Okay, hi everybody. Real deal diabetic Jenny. I say that because I don't always follow the rules. I don't always have good blood sugar. My A1C is all like crap sometimes. And it's just because that's just life or, my choices. So this video is going to be all about the Freestyle Libre, which I recently got about a month ago. No, like a month and a half, because I've gone through 3 sensors, and each sensor lasts 2 weeks, 14 days. So what this does is it helps me monitor my blood sugars. It doesn't alert you like a Dexcom or some other kind of continuous blood glucose machines. This one I got my doctor to okay through my insurance. I wasn't eligible for a Dexcom for whatever reason, but this is the Freestyle Libre. It comes with a sensor, which I'll show you in a second, and it comes with the meter. Now you can also check your blood glucose on this as well with a strip, like regular test strips. But what this does is it's a sensor that sticks in your arm for 14 days. You don't have to, really do much with it. And you just hover this over the sensor and it gets your reading. Now, the only thing is people don't understand with the Freestyle Libre, it's not reading. Yes, it's called a flash glucose monitor. So it's reading a certain kind of glucose. I'm going to try to find the word here in the book. But it reads basically the glucose in your body, not what's coming out, which is going to be the most accurate. Your fingerprint prick, is the most accurate way to check your blood sugar. But I like it because it will give me an 8-hour reading on a little graph that tells you, if you were steady or trending down or trending up. And you can check it as many times a day as you want. You don't have to buy test strips for it. You don't have to, constantly be checking. Like some days it's just back to back to back every 30 minutes. You're just feeling bad and it's going up or it's going back down or it's going up and then down. So this is a great way to, monitor your blood glucose. So it's called interstitial. Sorry, you guys maybe can help me with that word, but interstitial fluid and capillary blood. So it may cause differences in glucose reading, it says, and don't get nervous. Sometimes my meter says like 280, but I'm really like 240 or vice versa, unfortunately. But the way you can find out more about this is actually watch the Freestyle Libre YouTube video. It explains how basically your finger prick is like an engine to a train, and the Freestyle Libre is the caboose of the train. So if your blood sugars are rising, you're in the front of the train, that's your finger, it's going to be a little bit higher. The train caboose is way back down. Or if you're level, it's pretty much right on. If you're staying level, your levels are good for a while, it will tell you it's level. And also, it does say, which I didn't know till about 2 weeks into having it, I actually read through some of the book, and I don't know if people are aware, but it definitely says taking vitamin C, which I take frequently, may falsely raise the sensor reading. And also salicylic acid, which is in some kind of pain relievers like aspirin, it says, and skincare products, can slightly lower the reading. So you still have to test, you still have to check, but this is a good way to let you know where you're going, how you're going. So I really like this. I'm going to show you guys how to put it on. I've gone back and forth a couple times. One fell off, but for the most part, it's pretty sticky. I did watch somebody's video with some great tips. They said when you're, like, before you put it on, you take a shower and you exfoliate the area really well, whichever arm you decide to put it on. So I exfoliated, then I went back and washed with like a plain soap to get it like dried, the skin dried out. And the last one I put on after doing all those steps, and I actually shaved. You don't realize, you know, you have fuzz on your arms, you have hair. So I went ahead and shaved the area, and this time, the last time, I had like no problems. Don't be scared of it. It's kind of intimidating. Just putting it on is more intimidating than it actually is. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother you. Most of the time I forget until I bump into something or somebody reminds me, oh, what's that on your arm? Because now you're going to start getting some of those questions. People walk by and say, you got something on your arm, or you know, like, oh, what's that? Did you know that's there? And yes, I know. And you kind of explain to them. I just say it's a medical device, and that's pretty much it. If it's a stranger, I don't need to tell them everything. So, all right, so I've unboxed it here. You can see it comes with, the reader comes with, you know, a full book and a quick setup guide. You can also plug this into the computer, which is key. I don't have the app for it. You can get an app instead of using this. Just use your cell phone. But I have an iPhone 6s Plus, and my phone's not up to date for the app. So I have to just use this little device, which is no big deal. So basically, you have two pieces that come with it. And you also get alcohol swabs. And with the reader, you're going to get this, which is cool. I guess you can put this in your computer if you need to download the, this is like a, oh, it's a tutorial to show you how to use it. So that's cool. I don't have a computer, but when I do need to use this, I can print out. I just went to the Freestyle Libre website and I downloaded their software, and then I just plugged this in with a USB, and it gave me all my readings. It gave it to me as a graph. It gave it to me as I was trending. It gave it to me as averages. It gives you everything. So I really like the part about that. So this says Freestyle Libre 14-day. Now there's a code on it, and they say you have to match the code to your meter. So I always check first and make sure the code matches, because it won't work without that. So, and you have to match the code on the second part. So this is the part that you put the sensor in here, and then this is what you're gonna press to put on your body to put the sensor in. All right, so I'm gonna undo this. This is how I usually do it. Now this, you have to like break the seal on it. You pull it out, and there's a little sensor. People get nervous and scared. Is it a needle? It's actually not a needle, and I wish I saved my old one. I'll try to save next time. I'm not going to touch it because it's all sterile right now, but in the center, I wish my iPhone 6 was better, but right in there is a little wire. It's not a needle. It's not something that you're gonna feel if you tap on it or push on it. It's a little piece of metal that I'm sure there's a better description for it. So it's very flexible and it bends, so you don't have to worry about that. So what you do, there's a little dash here, and then the other part has like the same line, dash line. And so you line those up like this. I guess upside down would be better. So the line is here and this line is here, and you're just gonna push it down. I usually do it like just holding it up. So now the sensor is here. There's a little piece of metal. It's not even, you can't even really barely see it. This part you just throw away. I guess you're supposed to be ready to do it right away. Whoops. So they give you alcohol swabs, which is nice. Not that you don't already with type 2 have like 1,000 of them around. And the thing is to make sure the area is just very, very clean and dry. I skipped my lotion on this side of my arm the day that I put the sensor in. And the sensor takes an hour to like regulate and be red. So just know you need that hour span, but it will hold up to 8 hours of memory, which is cool. You go to bed, you check it, and it's nice. You wake up and then the information's already there. I didn't even have to scan it. It just keeps a running. If you scan it once every 8 hours, it will keep the 8-hour trend. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Again, it doesn't hurt. It's best in the area behind your arm without bumps or stretch marks, or you got to kind of like find your spot. And then you just push. And that's it. It's on. I did watch a video where somebody, see? There it is. It's got sticky stuff around it. The last video I watched, somebody actually took a spoon and the back part of the metal and just tapped around and make sure it was stuck on. So I usually do that, but right now I don't have a spoon. So I'm just pushing down and making sure. If anything, the sensor sometimes comes away from the sticky part of it. You just gotta keep an eye on it. If it comes off early, you know, one time putting some clothing on, I accidentally ripped one out, and that was when it was really close to the end. So it was probably like 1 or 2 days left anyway, so it was like no big deal. But okay, so I'm turning it on. Sorry, you know, you can't see it. But it says right now, it says check glucose. I'm really trying to get a picture. And so I'm gonna just, oops, I got mad because I didn't do it quick enough. So it wants me to start a new sensor. It knows that my other sensor, it's been too long because I actually took it off for a few days trying to find my meter that I had lost, but I found it. So now it says the new sensor will be ready in 60 minutes. So now I'm just gonna do whatever I need to do around the house, but it's cool. There's settings on it. You can change the sounds. You can put in your own target. You can do a controlled solution test. You don't have to calibrate it. It does everything for you pretty much. You can make notes if you injected insulin at the time when you take your reading. You can put that you ate, it's before food, after food. All that information can be put in. And then at the end, when you're done, you get a graph, basically. And then also, there's a tutorial on the machine. It'll tell you if you see this blood drop, it means go ahead and check. It sometimes can just mean it's going up really fast, and sometimes it can mean it's going down really slow, and there's lots of arrows that show you if you're trending. See if it'll show you if you're rising up or you're staying level or you're falling quickly. That helps. I did have a low blood sugar one time that I went low, I drank juice, I did, you know, what I was supposed to do, and it continued to go down lower, and then it went up again, and then it went down again to 21 by the time the ambulance came, because I wasn't feeling good during the whole time. So I think this has helped me a couple times, just knowing that it's going down really fast or up really fast, or it helps me keep things more on track. And that's pretty much it. I really like it, and it's easy to turn off. It's really easy to use, and that's pretty much it. There's also, I recently got some stickers, and I also got a couple of patches. You can buy tape to go over it, from what I understand. I went to a cool website. There was one for Dexcom, but it also had stuff for Freestyle Libres in it. And it's just a way to, there's one, Pimp My Diabetes, I think. You can get accessories, stickers and things. You can even get a holder for this if you wanted to. They even have, they make straps that go around your arm, like an armband, to hold it down. But like I said, I really don't have too many problems with it. It's just cute to personalize sometimes. But that's pretty much it. If you guys need any other information or questions, let me know. Thanks. Take care.